diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Nick Stalworth, who's a linebacker out of Siena Heights University. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Just hanging in there. Why don't you go ahead and just give me a brief summary of your career so far?
So, a brief summary. I started at Clarkston High School over in Clarkston, Michigan. And coming out, I was highly recruited by Division I schools, particularly Central Michigan and the University of Toledo. I ended up getting preferred walk-on offers from there. But they told me, along with many other Division I schools, that they loved my skill set, but I was an inch too short. And I wanted to go somewhere where I was wanted, and Siena Heights was that place, and they gave me my only opportunity coming out of high school. And those words that the Division I schools told me, that made me want to work that much harder. And so I came to Siena Heights.
Gotcha. So Siena Heights is a private Catholic institution in the NAIA.
Yes, sir.
Where exactly is Siena Heights? Where is that located?
So Siena Heights is located by the border of Michigan and Ohio. It's about 45 minutes from Toledo.
Cool. And just going to ask you, what do you believe is like the best part of your game that you bring to the table?
So the best thing I think that I bring to the table is that I'm a hybrid linebacker who can cover as well as I can fill the gaps and fill the run. And you can leave me in on nickel packages. I'm an every down linebacker. And I think I can understand, and I understand concepts, run concepts, pass concepts really well. So I know what's coming at me from all directions.
And, what have you been working on this offseason? Talk to me maybe if, coronavirus has really, affected you, and maybe if there's a part of your game that you've been working on, specifically.
So when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, gyms were locked down, turf fields were locked down. So I had to make do with what I had. And I ended up having dumbbells and dip bar, stuff like that in the house. So that was my workout plan for a nice little bit. And then I had to find closest grass field near me. And what I worked on the most as far as my game was my pass rush. And to me, that's the part of my game that I lack the most, my pass rush, setting up stuff, using my hands, get around tackles, running backs, whatever it is. And along with that, I just worked on my drops, the normal stuff, opening up on a 45-degree angle, breaking up on passes and stuff of that magnitude.
Gotcha. Well, you said that you're working on pass rush, but you figure you're not really asked to do that so much, and I think that's the reason why you did that. Obviously you want to make yourself into a complete package. So,
right.
So yeah, I feel like most guys are really just going to want you to, at least, in my opinion, just be the guy to make a whole lot of tackles. Either
right.
spy on some guys, either the quarterback or like the running back, and then make that tackle. You do have 243 career tackles to date. Talk to me about, a little bit of that play, man. Talk to me maybe about one of the most memorable plays of your career so far that you're willing to share.
So the most memorable play that I think I probably had when we went down and played St. Francis down in Fort Wayne. They were actually coming off a pair of national championship appearances, and we lost to them the previous year in overtime. And I knew coming in, the quarterback, he loved to warm up his arm by throwing the out route, whether it be 10 or 15 yards. And I told myself before the game, I said, I'm going to jump this whenever it comes. And I jumped it, made a play, picked the ball off, and I think we ended up finishing with like 4 turnovers in a victory. It was a good win. It was a good win. And yeah.
Cool. So you got yourself a good upset there, which is nice.
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, one of the knacks that a lot of evaluators have on guys at the lower level is really just the level of competition. And
Right.
so, I just kind of want to ask you, who are maybe some of the best guys that you faced in your career?
So,
Go ahead.
yep. So the best guys that I faced, one of them being a running back out of Concordia University. His name is Joe Connor, and he actually bounced around the league from practice squad to practice squad for a nice little bit. And he was the rare combination of size and speed that you were terrified of on film as far as preparing against. And he was a nightmare to prepare against because he could catch out the backfield as well as he could run the rock. And it was honestly a nightmare to prepare for. Another player that I would say is Brandon Dillon. He's actually on the active roster for the Minnesota Vikings. And tight end, 6'6", about 250, 260 was, again, rare combination, size and speed, could catch anything in his catch radius. And matching up with him in the slot, we had to double him up because him going in the slot it was no good. It was no good. He was going to torch us. So again, he was a nightmare to prepare against as well.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I just kind of wanted to highlight that a little bit because you figure, there are some players from the NAIA that do make it to the next level, whether it be like in training camps or on a practice squad and even like on an active roster. So, I mean, you know, definitely guys like you, do get the opportunity. So people just need to take notice and, put on the film and, check and see what you got. So,
Right.
Nick, I was just going to ask you a little bit about who you are outside of football.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you're doing there as a student at Siena Heights. What's your major and any other thing that you're willing to share.
Oh, for sure. So I'm a biology major here at Siena Heights. I actually want to go into physical therapy, and I'm part of a few clubs here at Siena. I'm a part of a human movement club, and what we do is we guide the freshmen and sophomores and pretty much guide them of like what the graduation process is like as far as getting the applications in on time and what that looks like as far as any movement profession. Another club that I'm a part of is Science Club, where we present our senior research projects and we can actually win scholarships and grants if we present it at a conference. I can't recall what the location or where the location of the conference is at. It's somewhere in the Midwest. That's all I know. And another club or organization that I'm part of is the Professional Studies Club. And I'm actually working alongside a doctor from Ypsilanti, Michigan. And what he does is he guides us and helps us with personal statements, and he guides us through interview processes, what graduate school is like, and he's just there for support and guidance, and I'm just thankful for it all, honestly.
Cool. Well, I mean, it sounds like you got a lot going on, really.
Yeah.
Active like in a little bit of everything there. At your university.
Yes, sir.
Being a biology major is no walk in the park. I mean, I know that you're busting your butt in class.
Right.
And being able to rub some shoulders with some doctors, definitely a cool experience. Again, a lot going for you just as a student there. I mean, being a physical therapist, maybe sometime in the future, or maybe after football's over with. I mean,
Right.
definitely a cool deal. So, typically at this point in the interview process, I just kind of give you guys the opportunity to give a shout out to some people, give some love to guys that you feel need it. Let's talk first about some of the mentors and coaches in your life.
Okay, for sure. So I would love to shout out Greg Jones. He's a 3-time All-American linebacker at Michigan State. Played in the league. Actually won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants, and I can call him my big brother. He's taken me under his wing since I was a sophomore in high school, and I'm just thankful to have him in my life. I can go to him whether it be life advice, football, anything of that sort. and I'm thankful to call him my big brother. Another mentor, Coach Reggie Wins. He helped me with my recruiting process coming out of high school. And another mentor where I go back home, I can go and work out with him. And like I said, another mentor in my life that I'm thankful for. And two coaches that I'm thankful for here at Siena, Coach Cone and Coach Thornblade, my position coach and my head coach. They make sure that I'm looked out for here and that I'm, like I said, looked out for here, and they just look out for me all the time, whether it be anything. Just I know I can go to them for anything, and I'm just thankful for them both.
Cool. And anybody there at Siena Heights that we really need to know, like maybe some of your teammates that have impressed you over the years? I mean, who really do we need to know that plays there right now?
Okay, so one player, Cole Merlin, he plays alongside me, plays middle linebacker. Absolute freak athlete. Can run as well as he can hit. Was actually a gunner his freshman year, believe it or not, and was making plays all over the field. Like I said, absolute freak athlete. Another one, our safety, Trent Morrow. He can cover as well as he can hit. He's a senior. He's a guy to for sure look out for. And our cornerback, Carice Crawford, him and Trent are both long and lanky defensive backs, and they're not afraid to hit. They're not afraid to get their nose into anything, and they have great ball skills as well.
Great. As we begin to wrap up, I try my best to ask this question. It's really just the why question. Tell me, why you play football, maybe just a little bit of your motivation.
So the reason why I play and why I want to make it to the NFL, CFL, or XFL, whatever it may be, is because I want to use that platform to change as many lives as I humanly possibly can. And I want to be an inspiration and let my story be known to give hope to people and to let them know, hey, like you can do whatever you set your mind to. And honestly, that's why I play the game of football, because I want to change and impact lives.
Great. Definitely a good motivator there. And very last thing for you is just give me your pitch to one of those professional teams that you talked about. I mean, what would they be getting if they took a chance on a guy like you?
So if they took a chance on me, they'd be getting a guy who knows the defense inside and out, who's an every down linebacker, and who can cover as well as can fill the gaps, and who knows the concepts of what's coming at him. And if you need a guy like that, I'm the guy that you need, and I just need one opportunity.
Great. I mean, again, like you had said before, I mean, you're kind of one of those hybrid, linebacker kind of guys. I mean, maybe a nickel linebacker, possible strong safety, good leader on the football field, and does his job in the classroom too. I mean, obviously should be able to pick up a playbook and learn that role, that position, whatever it is you get at the next level. So Nick, this has been cool. I do appreciate our time together. I do wish you best of luck moving forward. Again, this is Nick Stalworth. He's a linebacker out of Siena Heights University. Definitely check him out. Best of luck to you again, Nick.
I appreciate it, Jimmy.